Over the past month, I've been collecting Studio Ghibli movies like Infinity Stones. My fifth one is Grave of the Fireflies, a really emotional raw film based on the final weeks of World War II in Japan. It's about a young boy and his sister who are fleeing their village after it is bombed. Unfortunately, their mom is killed in the bombing, and so the young boy must raise his younger sister. The movie follows the life of the younger brother and sister in the aftermath of the bombing. As I alluded to before, this movie was amazing. It just hit on a deeper level than I'm used to. Specifically, the story had a certain depth and groundedness to it that I really enjoyed. Every single moment felt real and immersive. There really was a diversity of emotions that were evoked watching this movie. From happiness and joy and the great moments, but also sorrow and sadness and seeing what, the ugly side of war can be. Studio Ghibli did a great job with the characters, not just the young boy and his sister, but also the other surrounding people who are going through this crisis at the same time. It was really interesting to see the dynamic that the younger brother and sister had in comparison to other citizens in their village. There were moments that it was positive relations, but then also negative downsides where the young boy gets in trouble trying to find food and provide for his younger sister. It was really cool to see how the other characters reacted to that and how the story changed based on those interactions. One thing that is always great in Studio Ghibli movies is the scenery. This movie was just as good with the scenery, and it had an even harder job, seeing that most of it had to do with a destroyed landscape. It was great how they really showed the similarities and differences between the cities that weren't bombed yet and the cities that were. Seeing the despair, the destruction, and the overall emptiness of a village, but also the liveliness and the flourishing of nearby villages that were untouched. Perhaps my favorite thing about this movie was the self-reflective nature. It really made me question the morality and the use of war in life. That anytime there is advancement in war for one country, that means that there's another side that is losing. And that losing isn't just losing territory, but losing friends, family members, and so much more for someone out there in the world. On a deeper level, it really made me think that a lot of people should watch this movie because there is an ugly side of war, and I feel like this movie did a great job of painting it in a serious but not terrifying light. In terms of what was bad, I feel like I have to be nitpicking since this was honestly such a great movie. My one critique is that it was really straightforward. We actually see what happens at the very end of the movie in the first scene. Thus, the movie was more grounded in the steps to leading up to the final pivotal moment that was revealed in the first scene. You don't really question what's gonna happen next, as you kind of know the end goal. I feel like this is fun for some, but it also takes the guesswork out of it since you know exactly where the destination of the movie is. I wrote down on my notes that this was a sad ass movie, and that is true. Honestly, have your tissues ready, as one of my friends advised me to, but by all means, this is an excellent movie that I don't think has any really bad qualities at all. On the verse meter, I'm giving it an 84%, story and plot 10 out of 10, characters and acting 9 out of 10, cinematography 8 out of 10, soundtrack 7 out of 10, and rewatchability 8 out of 10. Next steps for me is watching Castle in the Sky and Porco Rosso. I feel like both of these movies are super iconic in the Studio Ghibli world, as Castle in the Sky, if I'm not mistaken, is the first Studio Ghibli film ever. I'm so excited to keep wandering and exploring this amazing world of Studio Ghibli films. Please let me know down in the comments below what you think and if you have any films that I should tap into.